I'm Robert D, your favorite OG. Welcome to my channel where truth is told and lies are exposed. Let's get to it. Well, tomorrow's the 1st of June, and you know what that means, right? It's Pride Month, so I'm sure we're all excited about that. We'll be seeing grown men running around with diapers and dildos hanging from their nipples and all type of fun and exciting things to be excited about, right? So I'm looking forward to the month of June and Pride Month and all the parades and festivities. Yeah, all the weirdos will be coming out the woodwork, so be prepared for that. Hide your kids, right? But what I really want to say, fellas, is that we should take this opportunity while these ladies will be helping them get their makeup together and paint their nails and, helping their gay friends to go celebrate their gayness for the month. I say, fellas, we should put a pause on things for 30 days. Join me. For 30 days, fellas, we should protect our peace and say no to these ladies, right? So, if you've been giving them money, it's a no. If you've been giving them time and attention, it's a no. If they've been sliding in your DMs, trying to get you to take them out on a date and spend money on them, it's a no. Yeah, so join me in this, fellas, for 30 days, for the month of June, while these women are helping their gay boyfriends get their makeup right and everything to go walk down the parade. I say we take this time to focus on our purpose, focus on our peace, and start bringing some law and order back to this thing, because these girls done got out of control, right? So yeah, that begins tomorrow, June 1st, for the next 30 days. What we gonna be saying, fellas? No, that's a hard no from me. Moving on. My shout out channel for the day is Beast Mode Smooth Reacts. Oh man, what do you say? The squeeze ain't worth the juice, right? I like that saying. And shout out to you because, I'm trying to, I gotta be a little nicer. I gotta be a little nicer, be a little bit more understanding when it comes to these women, right? But see, I learned that one thing, as people, we learn best through pain, right? So sometimes you got to hurt their feelings to get their attention. That's just from my experience, right? So, I've been calling them airheads, but I guess the terminology really is the modern woman, okay? So these modern women out here, they've been wondering why us men don't want them no more. Ain't nothing to want about y'all. See, back in my day at least, it was called tricking, but at least the trick was getting something for his money. He was getting equal value for his time and his money. But see, you ladies, y'all done violated the law of the jungle, which is a fair exchange is never a robbery. You want a man to give you everything, give nothing in return, like y'all the prize. All women are not the prize. Fellas, we the prize. Get that in your head. We are the prize. We don't need a woman for nothing. They need us. The only thing we need a woman for is recreation, recreation, recreation. Feel me? It's the same thing. Same word, no matter how you want to twist it. That's all we need them for. We don't need them to validate us as men. We don't need them to fill up our time and space like they think we lonely. They don't understand. We go live in a cave by ourselves and be just as fine. These women don't understand that. See, they biologically are wired to need us, okay? Don't get it twisted. Feminism has destroyed femininity. And these women have got so deluded into thinking that, first of all, that we as men need them. We do not need them at all. I spent 14 years in prison. Trust me, I was around men who was in prison for 30, 40 years, ain't seen a woman, touched a woman, smelt a woman, and they were living their lives just as fine, right? So yeah, biologically, us men, we do not need a woman. We aren't wired for a woman. Look at Adam and Eve in the garden. You don't see Adam going to God saying, Lord, I'm lonely. I need a friend. No, it was the Lord that looked at Adam and said, well, it ain't good that he should be alone. Let me give him a help me, right? God created a woman to be a help unto us, fellas. See, a woman in her true femininity who's okay with her being a woman, she don't mind taking on that role. That's her position. See, women have left their position in this world, and it's out of order. And you know what? For you super simps out there, y'all gonna have a field day because you got them all to yourself now. We ain't competing with the simps no more. Let the simps have these women. And then when the women get tired of running through these simps, they gonna see ain't nothing left but us men. And then they gonna have to get their act together and come to the table and be ready to submit as God created them to do. Feel me? So yeah, that's what it is. And last but not least, Joe Biden cover up. Man, the double down is real. These people been lying to us for 10 years about Joe Biden, right? And what's killing me is that, dang, you still see these pundits get on TV and still want to defend the Democratic Party, the fact that they've been lying to people, they've been covering up Joe Biden's health. And what do? They don't come out and say, you know what, we might have called this wrong. They don't do that. They just be like, oh, well, let's move on from that. Ain't no moving on from that. Ain't no moving. That's a party that has been lying and deceiving us as Americans. And I cannot believe that anybody could still be wanting to support the Democratic Party. It's insane to me to think about that any rational person could sit back and look at that party and see it be worth a party to give money to lend support to. They do not represent our values as Christians. They don't represent our values as Americans. And this Joe Biden cover-up, this is just the tip of the iceberg of what they was doing and what they had going on. And to see these people sit back and still try to defend the fact that they've been lying to the people is insane to me. But they don't have nothing else. They can't reverse course at this point because it's too heavily invested, right? And one thing about wicked people, they can never come out and say that they was wrong because it would shed light on their wickedness, right? So they got to just keep going forward in their wickedness, right? And that's all they got. And I want us to keep that in mind. And yeah, if you've been supporting the Democrats, man, let this be a wake-up call. I'm not saying you got to go support the Republicans, but you damn sure ain't got to support the Democrats. You know you don't have to vote, right? You know you don't have to vote. So if you've been voting for the Democrats and you realize you've been getting played like everybody else, man, you don't have to vote. Let your non-vote be a vote. You know what I'm saying? Until the Democrats get their thing together. Just like us fellas, it's a hard no from here on out with these women. Let y'all voters be a hard no for the Democrats till they get their party together. How about that? Come on, let's all stand up and start taking responsibility for ourselves. And let's stop being fools for what we're seeing going on in life. Fellas, stop being the simp. There's enough simps out there. Let the simps have all the women they want to have, right? For us men who aren't fools, who value and protect our peace, who know our worth, it's a hard no for us, ladies. It's a hard no for us, ladies. Feminism has destroyed femininity. And y'all ladies need to get back to what God created you to be, which was a mother and a wife. That is your function. That is your purpose. And until y'all ladies get back to that, it's a hard no from us fellas. We protecting our peace. We pursuing our purpose, right? That's what it is, and that's what it's going to be. All right, man. Everybody have a blessed and wonderful day.